Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we talk about when we talk about cognitive biases, that means what you have to do is you are framing the issue. The first stage is framing the issue. When we talk about framing the issue, you can see describing issue, then providing essential background, clarifying what's being done so far, including what was considered and not pursued. Create a simple and clear decision statement, that is a decision to be made is like this. You have to frame a sentence. Now, what first you are doing, you are describing the issue. What is the meaning of description? Describing the issue, that means whatever the problem is that you are describing. Then you are also providing essential background. For example, if there is a problem like there is less number of resources available on a particular day in your uh, production unit, right? Raw material is less available at that time. What are you going to do is you are going to provide essential background also. Okay, why it was delayed? It was delayed because we were in short of so and so raw material. You are going to describe that. But what is the background needed? Earlier days we had sufficient sufficient stock of raw material, but that day we were unable to. Okay, for that you have to describe your problem and you are going to put essential background in that. Okay, then now what are you doing for that? Clarify what's been done. What did you what were the steps you took? So the steps which you took were, you coordinated with the stock manager, but still the problem was not resolved due to some of the other reasons. Then you have to create a simple and clear decision statement. Now, what should be your decision? Your decision should be, the decision to be made in this case is, whatever you think about that raw material should be kept in stock. Okay, more of the raw material should be stocked so that the orders are not delayed. Okay, they are delivered on time, right? Then what you are going to do, you are going to get the right people involved in framing the issue. Who were the actual people who would explain the issue? That people will be involved in framing the issue. They'll be available everywhere in all six steps. Analyze the issue. How are you going to analyze the issue? Analyze the explore the issue from different perspectives. What are those different perspectives which you would be exploring the issues? Like raw material was not available, where was and when was, right? Then what are the alternatives if that raw material is not available, whatever the names are, right? Who would be responsible for completing this or resolving this issue, or who would be responsible for the, who is the responsible person who will be seeing this issue now, right? Then then what are the questions? When, what, why, where, and how? Then define the decision question based on analysis. What are you doing? You are collecting all the relevant information, right? And that information you are analyzing. Where was the problem? Okay. And how is it going to resolve? Deepen your understanding. Now, how you are going to deepen your understanding? Explore what has changed since issue arose. Yes, after 1 week, one of the managers would come and ask that, what about that problem? Has that been resolved or not? Now, how much stock do you owe right now? जिसका प्रॉब्लम आया था वो कितना है अभी आपके पास? Second would be brainstorm. You will see that no, you wanted in another terms, like you wanted that the problem should go forever, but it is not happening. So what are you going to do? You are going to brainstorm. You are going to brainstorm. You are exercising your brain to finding out another solution for understanding the issue. Okay, and what were the causes, possible causes, why it happened? Okay, Then identify the critical contributors to the decision. Then what you are going to do, who can contribute more in such an issue. That means the pitfalls, that is, don't give up too early. That was the learning. You don't have to give up so early, because the works can be left incomplete, right, or half completed. Then you are going to make the decision. Step 4, create a list of all possible decisions that could be made. Explore possible outcomes of the decision options. Make the decision. Is the decision consistent with your values? Now you are, what you are going to do, you are really deciding the things, okay, which can be decided earlier, and outcomes would be possible. More and more results should be there, right? And when we talk about decision is consistent with your values or not, that means this could be quite early to make any conclusion. Till now you have just found some alternatives, you have found some outcomes which can be learned about, right? Then comes step 5, design, take action now. You have to be realistic now. You have to really work on ground level, right? Then design a plan to implement decision. You are making a plan which you can decide and you can implement. Assign the roles and responsibilities. You are going to assign roles and responsibilities, okay, to various people. Then you are going to create accountabilities. Yes, you have to create accountability of the problems which you are dealing with, right? Then you are going to debrief. Debrief is, have you actually monitored what you have learned till now? Okay, was the decision best which you made? Then identify what you did well and areas for improvement. Now here you will learn. This is evaluation process. Okay, for future also, that whether whatever you have done has been monitored. Okay, this you learn. Okay, this you learn that the cognitive bias is monitored. That means whatever you wanted to explore, have you done that? Was the decision proper? Identify what you did well. You should know that you have done very well, and if not, what are the improvements? This was a summary of decision making process, okay, and I think you have understood now. Any question? Any question now?